All right, welcome to the Habit Based Lifestyle Podcast. I am your host, Jesse Ewell, and today we're going to be talking to a very special guest, Chris Spinella, who is a chiropractor from Colts Neck, New Jersey. And he's going to be on with us today talking about his results inside of Habit Based Lifestyle. Chris, I want to welcome you to the show, man.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So, can you give everybody kind of a brief intro of just, how long you've been a chiropractor, just kind of what got you started in it?
Yeah. So I graduated in 2019, and then came out of school and took over a practice from one of my mentors back in my hometown. And he kind of got me started into it. I've been seeing him forever, and I always wanted to do something in the health field. And so he kind of guided me through it, guided me through school, and then came over and naturally took over. And then it was more of a heavy-based insurance practice, and I didn't really kind of know how I wanted to practice, so I just kind of jumped right into the insurance. And then after a couple of years of practice, uh, kind of got tired of just the constant just seeing as many patients as they can, terrible reimbursements with the insurance. So been looking for alternative options of kind of how do we get out of that just uh, like how do we increase the better standard of care? How do we really help people? So been just looking for uh, just an alternative, and then Jesse kind of popped up on my page one day, and I just jumped in and started the program, and it's been a huge change for my practice. And in 1 month, it's been things have been completely different, and we've I was at the point of just feeling kind of
Yeah,
burnt out.
let's kind of talk about, let's go back to kind of where you were before, man, before you started working with us. Like what was kind of business like, or maybe like what were the things you were dealing with from kind of a business owner perspective?
Yeah, just dealing with a lot of different. I've been doing a lot of different, trying a lot of different types of marketing. So I've done all the different types of Facebook marketing. Um, just found that it really wasn't working well. You're really not getting those high quality patients in the door. Um, and then just everybody's looking to use their insurance, and I've always taken all different insurance and just getting stuck in that, oh yeah, I accept your insurance, and then trying to deliver the highest quality care but getting reimbursed to next to nothing has always been kind of difficult for me. So I've been trying now. We're in the process of actually getting out of the insurances, as we see the revenue increasing, and that's the other thing I've always been scared about is getting out. Now see the revenue decrease. Now we're at the point the revenue's increasing, and now I have the confidence just to say, all right, I'm done and tired of getting out of these, t tired of taking these insurances.
Yeah, so one of the things you talked about, kind of coming in was you were, kind of doing like a short-term care plan, or kind of like a per visit care plan. Um, what was frustrating about that for you, man, when you were kind of offering it that way in your business?
So patients pretty much determined their care. So it was like, oh, let's follow up at the beginning. Let's follow up a couple days a week, and then let's see how you respond. And then so once they're out of pain, they're like, oh, look, I guess I'm fixed. So it was me not educating them and going through, hey, these are the care you need, and getting them committed from the bat. And it was felt like every time it was I had to sell the patients every single visit to come back, and it was like now off the bat we sell them. This is what the plan is. This is what it's going to take, and then once they're committed, they're seeing patients significantly more committed. Uh, Prior to this, we were having a lot of patients just. I had like packages, and they would go up front and just they would determine what they would buy instead of me recommending like, hey, this is what I want to see you, and we've seen great results with that.
Cool. So your average patient now is it sounds like they're committing to whatever you recommend them that's going to be best for them versus them kind of choosing what they think is going to be best for them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool, man. So in terms of like revenue, prior to coming in here, what was kind of going on with your revenue, man? Because I know back when you first started, you kind of felt like you were stuck at a certain revenue,
Yeah,
and that was really important for you to improve right away.
Yeah, so it was always tough to we were floating around like 30,000 a month. So on a good month we're 32, uh, averaging about 30. The bad month we're in the higher 20s. So just felt like I could never really keep breaking that 30,000. And month one we hit 42,000. So right away it was like the results have been dramatic, and it was
Awesome.
not many changes that were made. It's not like we did in that month like crazy amount of changes. We got a high ticket offer, and we just started uh, really just, educating patients on that high ticket offer, and they're we're getting more yeses because of where I'm explaining it more going through the program than before, where it was like, yeah, kind of pick what care you want to do. It was here's our packages. They start at all the time. They'll buy that sixth visit, and then it's up to me. Oh, you can fix me in six visits now because they buy the six visits, and then after that they buy the six, and then they're kind of disappointed. Oh, I'm not better in six, and it's like, well, that's not how it works. Now we kind of fully explain this is what it's going to take to get you better, and then they either commit or they don't want to commit.
Yeah. So one of the first things we talked about was, the first thing we wanted to do was create a high ticket offer that actually, would give your clients, the care, the level of care and the results that they wanted. So your average ticket, per client went from, I think it was about four or 500 to what is it now versus what it was, 6 weeks ago when you started?
Yeah, so it was yeah, it was about 4 or 500 the average ticket, and then now we're at about 1,500 per patient. So that's
Okay. So 3x, what your average ticket is. And then the other thing you said was that, you know, people used to pick what they wanted to do or tell you what they wanted to do. And then now you've kind of changed that into, I'm actually recommending a certain level of care and prescribing it, So what's been the difference in that for you to be able to go from charging, $400 or $500 to $1,500?
really just the confidence of just explaining it. I know we have the ability to help all these people. We know we have the tools to get them better, and then it's just conveying it to that patient and just getting them to sign up and getting them committed into care. And before it was just, oh, they can kind of rely on their insurance and their insurance will pay for it. And then once they feel better, they go away. But now it's let's fix this issue and let's really get to the bottom of really what's going on. And we're having patients really, really they'll commit and then they're referring other people to come in. And it's been a month. It's been doing really, really well.
Awesome, man. So let me ask you this also. So we also kind of helped you install, the human funnel system, which is our version of an organic marketing system. Like what has been kind of the result from that, we installed first the high ticket offer and then we have this organic marketing system, but like what's been the result for you since that's happened?
That's just getting, I mean, the quality of people coming in from that is they're already pretty much committed. They're seeing kind of the post, already kind of knowing what to expect coming in. And then it's just you just explaining it to them more in person and going through. I mean, they're seeing it in person and then they're pretty much committing right away. And it's not, you don't have to fully go into it like a regular patient who has never seen anything. They don't know anything about us. They already have some little level of idea of what we do, and then they're already pretty much committed by the time they even get in the door.
Is there anything those clients say when they come in to see you? Like, do they say things like, "Hey, I already feel like I know you, like you, trust you," or is there anything that they say that kind of gives you like a key word or key phrase when they come in?
Yeah, though, and they say they a lot of them say like I've been seeing your stuff just all over the place, and I figured it's just time for me to come in. And some of them are just like I feel like you already knew I had a problem. Like I don't know how you knew I had a problem. Uh, your stuff's popping up all over the place, like, and you're just always there and kind of in front of my face. So they're like, I feel like it just something was telling me just finally come in, and then they just finally come in and start committing to care.
Awesome. So not only, you 3x'd your average, spend per client, and then you installed your organic marketing, system that's bringing in people who are much more qualified, and they're saying like, "Hey, I feel like you're speaking to my problem." What's been kind of an unexpected result for you, man, since joining our program?
Well, definitely how fast everything's really uh gotten better. I mean, I'm starting to really enjoy practicing like I hoped I would. And we're starting to spend more time with patients and not having to see as many patients as we can in a day. Now I started to see less people per day, but the revenue's going up. So
Awesome.
it feels better that, hey, we're giving the quality of care that I really want to give, and the business is doing better as well. Not to we have to see as many people as we can in a day, and then or else we're not going to be profitable at all. So it's to put that enjoyment of practice is definitely coming back, and it's the excitement's really coming back, and the whole office is feeling, which is great.
That's awesome. So prior to, coming into habit-based lifestyle, what would you say your best month was, since you've been in business?
So our best month was 37,000 and change, and that was a bit
Okay.
crazy busy month
Awesome.
where we saw like uh we averaged about 140 to 100 about 150 patients per week during that time. And we just
Okay.
had a best month last month.
And you beat that.
We beat that at 42,000, but we averaged at 120 patients a week. So decreased, and now
Okay.
we're starting to even decrease, and we want to be definitely under that 100 visit mark per week and still be doing really good numbers.
That's awesome. So you beat your best month ever by 5K. You worked less. And then also you added another 12K just from your month before,
Yep.
correct?
Yeah.
So like, and then you're on track this month. You're already on track to do 50K.
Just about. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, man. Like, I know we talked about I think we talked about adding 10 to 20K in additional revenue to your business. We talked about it taking, a few months, but like, dude, it's already happening. So like, are you surprised by the results you're getting?
Yeah. I'm surprised the results we're getting so fast. I mean, I knew we had the capability to get the results we're getting, but just how fast it's changed and how fast it's changed, and just the little changes that we made to tweaks that we made within the practice, it really made a huge difference.
Cool, man. Let me ask you this. Like, what would you tell somebody who maybe, was on the fence of wanting to do this program? What would you tell them?
I would say definitely take a chance and commit. I mean, it's a whole program, and the most important thing you can do for your practice is have the correct marketing. I mean, I've tried all the different types of marketing. I've done Facebook, I've done things, and it's nice sometimes if you have good months where you get a lot of good patients, but you're not really controlling and you're paying someone else to do it. Now, when you're doing something like this, and it's not like it's a huge amount of time where you're taking up all day doing a lot of these marketing, just your own marketing within house, and it makes you feel more in control with your practice as well because now you're getting the patients in and you're kind of doing everything, and it's something that's repeatable month by month by month, where those other advertisements, one month it's good, the next month it's bad. So I'd say definitely just commit to something that really educate yourself on how you do the marketing, because the marketing is number one when it comes to big practice.
Dude, look at you, man. You could be a teacher for the program now. So
I wouldn't go that
that's
far.
awesome, man.
We're doing good, but not there
Well,
yet.
I think one of the cool things that I've seen from you, man, is, not only the results you're getting, but the buy-in from your team has been huge, because I know that was kind of a problem in the beginning. You felt like they couldn't sell, they couldn't sell the low ticket, let alone the high ticket. Now you actually, you said high ticket was easier to sell than low ticket. Can you speak into that just speak into that a little bit?
Yeah, I guess for me it was always my mindset was always like the doctor shouldn't talk about money. It shouldn't be the front desk is always talking about money. But then it's for me it's just I guess you kind of said it. It's like, well, you got to give you the recommendations and you got to kind of, you don't have to say exact numbers, but you got to give your recommendation. So now I'm just giving the recommendation, giving this is what the plan is. This is what it is going to take to get you better. And now the buy-in and continuing to educate my office and the kids to continue to educate them that we want to deliver the best possible care we can. And the insurance is always going to cover that. That people really want to truly get the results, their insurance isn't going to cover that. And just getting them out of that mindset of because they've always been on heavy based insurance practices. So it's getting out of that mindset. And they're now that they see the results and they see people walking out like very satisfied, it's like we can't go back to what we were doing before.
That's awesome. All right, man. Well, hey, I'm super excited for you, your business, and just to see what you guys create in the future. Any last words, man?
That's it. I just appreciate your help. I appreciate kind of everything you did and all this whole program that you put together.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. All right, guys. So that's it. If you guys have any questions about habit-based lifestyle, or you may want to take the leap like Chris, feel free to reach out to us either in the comments or you can email me, Jesse at habitbasedlifestyle.com. Until next episode.